So let's keyframe Z about 1 second in, because it's going to fly in, and this is where we want our final position. So keyframe this where you want it on your final position, and keyframe. And then what we're going to do is we need to overshoot and undershoot to create that bouncy effect. So we're going to press page up to move backwards a few frames. So we're going to go 3 frames, 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be plus 50 for the overshoot, or for the undershoot, I think. I can't remember what. So, and then we're going to go 3 spaces the same way again by pressing page up. So 3 frames, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go negative 50, and that'll be keyframed. And then we're going to come to our first frame and hold shift and make this come off the screen like that, like so. So let's ramp preview it and see if it looks correct. Let's zoom in so I can see it better. So that looks right. We got the bouncing right and everything. It's just really slow. So we are going to speed it up a little. Let's move these keyframes in. We'll try that. See how fast that is. It's still a little too slow. Just only a little bit though. Now let's preview it again. There we go, that looks better. Now we can also add some motion blur to it. Let's see how that looks. I've got to enable the motion blur button right here. Sorry about that. And there we go. So we've got some motion blur on there like that, as you can see, as it's flying in, and it fades off as it slows down. So what we're going to do now is just copy these keyframes onto the other layers here. So let's open the position on both of these. Select both of them. Right click, separate dimensions. Alright, we're good there. Select these keyframes down here, and we're gonna hold Control or Command on the Mac and press C for copy, or you can come up to here and hit Edit, Copy, and we're gonna come down to the last keyframe here and move ahead by pressing page down 1 keyframe, and we're gonna paste this on the Z position, and it's gonna paste where our current time indicator is at currently. So Control V. Now we can see this one's this one's not far enough out, so let's move it back so it's off the screen. And there we go. And then we'll come to the end and move ahead another keyframe, or another frame, and paste on the Z position here. So this one we need to move a little bit out again. So we got some messed upness going on here. Negative 625. Should be at 0 there. Oh, when I moved the Z position, I moved it for all of them. So I'm going to move back. So this is where we started when I first pasted it on. And I just want to move the Z position for this keyframe. I had all of them selected, so it moved everything back. Now let's see, now it's in the right spot. So there we go. Now we can copy these keyframes again, move ahead 1 frame, and paste on the Z position for this word. And let's see how it looks by previewing it. There we go. That looks cool. Let's add our motion blurs. You can add them on if you want, or you don't have to if you don't want. Whatever you think looks better and whatever your client thinks looks better. So now we're going to do the same thing with our picture here. Edit, copy. Actually, let's copy these keyframes down here because we want it to come out like this one does. We want, oh yeah, edit, copy, and now we're ahead one keyframe. Let's paste on here. And the Z position is now a little too far, so we'll come out like this. That looks good. We'll enable our motion blur. Close all these up. And let's run preview and see how it looks. And there you go. That's how you create some text that's flying in. And we've got the nice landings there. And in motion graphics, when you make those nice bounce backs and overshoots and undershoots, it looks more real, and our eyes expect that to happen. So when you're doing something right and nobody notices it, then you know you've done it right. I mean, if you're making something and nobody notices that you did it right, then you did it right, obviously. So there we go. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys can create some cool looking stuff. I look forward to seeing your guys' progress if you ever post anything on YouTube for us to see. And like the video if you liked it. Or downvote the video, or thumbs down it. I mean, if you didn't like it, subscribe, because we're gonna have a bunch more After Effects tutorials coming up, and we're gonna start getting into the some more awesome things where we're gonna start making stuff look better. Since we have covered a lot of the basics so far, now we're gonna start seeing us make some really cool stuff. So see you guys in the future on another tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.